Hi there. In this video we are going to be installing a Sanotechnik mirror with lighting. ZI814 is the model, and in theory LED light should come out of there, and it has a touch button in the middle to turn it on and off, and it's 60 by 80. Yeah, let's see. Hope everything goes okay. Inside the package, which got a little bit wet just before, we can see the mirror, which is protected on the edges and has this on it, and it's at least in one piece. So let me turn it around and see what kind of connections we need to do on the back of it. This is the back of this thing, so yeah, it's just some diffuse light will come out of here. Honestly, probably it will be useless because these are shining inside of this whole cavity, and only by chance some light comes out of here, so it's just fancy, probably zero use. This is the driver for it, standard connection. I will cut it and connect directly the wires, but yeah, there's that. And this thing is what hangs it onto the wall. Probably this is glued in place, and these things, so it's quite a simple setup. This will go in the holes, and that's that. These are the instructions. Yeah, they tell you to leave these things with this up. Obviously you cannot hang it otherwise, to connect it to an outlet, but they don't give you any exit point for the cable, so in theory you just pass it between this and the wall. That's weird. Anyway, yeah, how to drill into the wall, whatever, and don't install it at less than 60 centimeters from where you are taking your bath or shower. In my case, that's fully respected, and that's about it for instructions. This is what I will be using to drill into porcelain tile. In theory it has diamond dust on the tip, but it was about $2, so $1 each. Let's hope I can at least drill one hole with each one of them. Marked the holes at 15 centimeters apart. The center is right at the center of this thing. Made sure they are level, and let's drill them. Both of them have failed, as you can see, and I didn't manage to drill holes, only half of both holes. So you need 4 of these for 2 holes. $2 per hole. That's not good. Buy proper tools, don't buy cheap no-name brands. I learned my lesson today. Let's drill holes with the proper thing. But sadly I only have 8mm, I don't have 6mm. I will buy 6mm in the future, but for now I'm using 8mm, and I will change the plastic that goes into the wall. Or maybe even it's okay 8mm for the ones that they provided. I will see. Finally did it. And now we can hang that thing on, and the connections I will do tomorrow. For the moment it's just hanging in here. And yes, this is the most stupid thing, because if you are cleaning it and you are pushing it up somehow, yep, you'll have a broken glass. So I will put just 2 small dabs of glue somewhere, so when it goes down it also glues in place. If I ever want to take it out, I can push it. I will just put a tiny amount of glue, but I don't like this system at all. And for the moment it's in place, and tomorrow I'm taking it off just to make the electrical connections. But for the moment this thing got wet, and I didn't wanna damage it in any way because of that. And yes, I think I left about this much, so 25 centimeters, maximum 30 centimeters between it and the sink. So this should be good. Continuing the project half a year later, because that's how things go when you deal with a new house. Bought one of these cables, which is basically a donor for this connector that I already cut from it, and yeah, the cable can be used for other stuff. let's put that away. Stripped cables, left the ground longer because I want to attach a connector to it to even use the ground, although it wasn't meant to have a ground. I'm just boosting a little bit the safety factor in here. Grind this thinner, as you can see here, both sides, so it will fit under this mirror. And now I just need to make solder the connection, use heat shrink to make sure everything is as watertight as possible. Put this really thick cover on the wire so they don't get scratched in here in the wall where they come out. And then I will glue this into position, face down, so water cannot get into it. And yes, daughters just dropped something. Got scared for a second while touching wires and hearing those sounds. I will glue it in here, water cannot get into it, and hopefully all will be nice. And if I ever need to change the mirror, it's just a plug and play. I don't have any wires, but neither do I have directly open sockets because it's quite deep in there and also face down. So I'm not afraid of humidity. Let me do the connections and get back to you. Made a bit of progress. Lots of heat shrink in here, so everything is well and protected. Then in here, with double-sided tape, this will be secured to the wall. And if you are not sure if this is enough, that thing right there is held in place with this double-sided tape for half a year already. Put in here a connector for the ground. This only has the purpose of making sure that no metal from the connector itself is touching the back of the mirror, because I don't want to damage it. In here, with this screw, I drilled a hole, and with another connector down there, we have the ground, which will be this thing that plugs into the other one. And if I ever replace the mirror, I just undo this screw and mount everything to the new mirror. And now we have the edges grounded all around, which is the only thing that you can basically electrocute yourself on. And if there is enough humidity to make a circuit all around, then it will touch this and again discharge to this wire. But hopefully it will never be that wet, the mirror I mean. So yeah, let's plug everything in and hope for the best. And yes, if you randomly work on projects like this one, get packs like this from Lidl. There are not a lot of connectors or zip ties or whatnot, or heat shrink cables in them, but they are just enough for the DIYer at home if you need something to do, like I did now with some of these types of connectors. It does the job perfectly. So yeah, Lidl, Parkside, awesome. And voila, now I have an electrical connector with included ground that wasn't even in the original product. So let's plug everything. Cannot talk today, or actually I cannot talk ever. Let's plug everything in and hope for the best. And this is how it looks like behind this mirror, with some improvements right there. If my camera would actually focus on anything. So yeah, I think this is good enough. Let's hang it onto the wall. Almost finished, but I want to install these kind of little rubber pads. They are from furniture doors. Cut them up so they fit in a channel right in this profile, because I cannot stand this when you try to clean it. This is just dumb, so I'm putting this behind it. And the problem is solved. Way better, and it's way more stable when you try to come on, find words, to clean it. That was what I was searching. So let me give it a bell. Voila. Oh, much wow, such light. Honestly, it's utterly useless. Let me try and focus forcefully somehow, or film it from underneath. Who knows how I can somehow force this camera to focus on the mirror. Nah, it's gonna keep focusing on whatever it wants to. Anyway, it's utterly useless. So looks pretty, and that's about it. If your significant half is trying to buy something like this, just tell her you saw my video. It's just pretty, but it will not help with her makeup at all, or it will not also help you shave. But yeah, sure, she will believe that I'm saying that it's not giving enough light. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it will do the sensible thing. If she wants it, buy it. It looks pretty. It's useless, but yeah. Anyway, the really good ones, honestly, for me, are the ones that have some sort of light coming from the top and illuminating, or from the sides, but with something bigger from the sides. This is just to look pretty, and that's about it. But hey, installed, working, my job here is done. So that's about it for this video. Hope it helps you, in which case please give it a like, check out my other videos, and as always, see you in the next one. Bye.